go. There we go. Let's see how this thing works out. Yeah, I don't like it. What we gonna do? We gotta do. All right, let's get it. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, loved ones? How are we doing out there today? It's been interesting start overall. Due to the fact that there's some settings that have been changed and we're getting fully acclimated with those things. But ultimately, how are you doing today? That's more importantly. As we finish getting set up as we speak, let's do a wellness check. How are you feeling today? How is your spirit today? How are you feeling? Is everything going well? Are things challenging? I know there's a plethora of things that have been going on with myself, and it's very, very cool. It's okay. It's life. Life be lifing, and ultimately we're going to get through it. So let's go here. I'm about to go live on TikTok, Iana. Let's get right. Start this live up. Let's fix this really quick. Let's see how everybody doing out there in the chat. What's up, dude? Dude in the building. How you feeling? Your grandbabies are adorable. Let's go right here. Dude in the building. Let's see how I get that. Let me know if that angle's right, Lizzie. See if that angle's right there. It should be all right. They look all right. Lizzie in the building. Okay, we here. Let's see. Okay. See that screen? The screen looking right. I think we can work well with it. Let's go live right here. So shout out to everybody on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. What we can do is like, share, subscribe. We just getting started right now. Go and respectfully hit that like button. Let me know. Turn the notifications on. Got to be able to say that. Be remiss if I didn't say that. Turn the notifications on. And ultimately, let's get right, man. Today we're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful episode. You see the title in itself, the motivation muscle. The motivation muscle. Melanie Dom, what's up, family? Million the Dom, what's good, God? What's up, family? Yes, we have some loved ones in the building tonight. Yeah, ultimately, we talking about the motivation muscle. There's so many things, so many facets, so many ways we can break down motivation. I love to highlight this in general because this is primarily the factor that get us going throughout our lives. There's so many things that keep us hindered from not having the correct motivation in place. I like to say sometimes we have displaced energy. Sometimes we have displaced motivation. There's things that can be out of sync, and our whole premise is making sure that we are in rhythm because life is a dance. Life is a dance. It's a rhythm, and we want to make sure that we are always in rhythm. And sometimes we may get the two-step wrong, which is okay. That's normal. Sometimes the beat may be too fast, too slow, and we got to get adjusted. But that's the beauty of us being individuals and people and human beings that have extrasensory, you know, perceptions and perspectives that allow us to be those individuals who have great or can greatly amass, the wonders of the world that we tend to put our energy towards. So I'm super, super appreciative. I'm super ecstatic to talk about this topic today because this is one of the areas where I love to continuously learn within, learn to grow in, learn to grow out of. There's so many things I get the chance to learn about me and learn about my environment, learn about the people that's occupying the same spaces, learn about the things that get me up off the couch and want me to be a better individual. So that's primarily what the topic is going to be today. As that wellness check, how is everybody doing spiritually, mentally, physically, spiritually? How are you tapped in? Was your day a productive day? Was it a learning one? Was it challenging? I love the challenging ones because there's so much growth that can happen from having a challenging day. Um, Laura Boyd says that we actually strengthen the brain when we come up against difficult tasks. So sometimes we could be creatures of habit, doing things over and over again, and which is cool. Sometimes that boredom kick in, but we gotta continuously find ways to motivate ourselves. But the beauty of doing things a little bit different, doing things that you haven't done before, doing things that may push you to think a little bit more, to try a little bit harder, to use some of that that muscle memory, or for that matter, not having the wherewithal to know where to start at, but ultimately putting yourself in the water and say, you know what, time to swim. Time to swim. I usually go into the 2 feet water, the 2 foot water. Today I'm going into the 5 or the 6 foot, or actually I'm taking a leap inside the ocean. Today I'm jumping in the middle of the ocean. It's a testament to who you are, what you built like. And these are the things that gets me motivated, because I was a person that just only dipped my foot in. Let me run that back one more time. I was one of those individuals that didn't really take that much of a risk. Certain areas where it looked like risk to other people, it was just really comfort for me. So from the outside looking in, it looks like, man, he or she is going the extra mile. All right, what's up, loved one? It looks like to the other people, you're going the extra mile. But for me, it was the norm. It was comfortable. So that comfort environment, that comfortable setting, it may seem like I'm taking those risks, but really, it's really a comfort zone. So now, seeing and knowing that about myself, I know that I have to be able to jump inside that water a little bit deeper. I was going only in a 5 foot, 6 foot. I'm only 5'4". You're only 5'4". So I got to go in the 6 foot, man. I can't stand up in there. And I got a doggy paddle. Your boy got a doggy paddle. Quay, what's up, loved one? Miliana Dawn said, I love what you're doing, fam. Keep it up. Absolutely. I love you more. And I appreciate the support. These are the things that help drive um, the premise of me coming here, because you guys allow me to be me. And that's the beauty of having that trusted environment. Gary Vee says, get around people that love you enough to tell you the truth. Ellie, what's up, sis? Ellie, what's up, sis? Quay in the building, sisters in the building. I got my sisters in the building. I got my brothers in the building. Got my loved ones in the building today. Beautiful, beautiful thing. Hey, yo, Ellie, I talked to BO yesterday. Your boy come to get, I got to come get the bag. Your boy come to get the credit right, and I come to get the bag. Disclaimer. Hello. People don't know, man. I'm coming to get right. You heard? I'm coming to get right, sis. Beautiful thing. This is the beauty of having those individuals that's in your circle that are doing wonderful things. This is one of those motivators as well. When you see your peers doing things that you can be proud of and you can champion on, those are the things that get me motivated. That's one of many things. But primarily, I love to see what we all are doing in these spaces, because it allow us to stretch beyond those things and those miles where we can't, really even see for ourselves. Sometimes we only able to see what's right in front of us. But then you look a little bit further, like, oh, I didn't know that existed over there. I didn't know that, there's opportunity on the opposite end of whatever's going on over there. We will get you right. Absolutely. Come get that bag. Absolutely, sis. We come to get that big bag. You feel me? Manyan season, holiday season. Who out there needs some of that manyan, man? We got the kids, we got holidays, we got gifts, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of these holidays coming up, man. Who don't need that manyan? I need that manyan. I'm coming for the bag, sis. And I need that bag. I need the credit right. I need that bag. The beautiful thing. The beauty of being able to have these resources and these outlets, it creates opportunity. So when we talking about these things from a fun and a real perspective, the beauty of these things is being able to have resources. Sometimes we don't consider ourselves being resourceful enough or having the outlets. When we have people that look like you, sound like you, come from the communities that you come from, and they are doing wonderful things that building their business models and building off of trust, love, loyalty, transparency, and hard work, standing on the back end of that. How can you not champion these things on and be able to get involved? Just, I want to be a part of that. So for me, primarily, I love to be part of the great things that my peers are doing, my children are doing, my elders are passing down that wisdom. I love to be part of those legacies, because now when I go on in the near future, I can come back and recite around the campfire, right? And tell the future of our generations and our peoples. We can sit around that campfire and say, hey, let me tell you what your grandfather, grandmother have did, or your great aunt, uncle, or your such and such brother, sister, or whoever. Let me tell you what they have done great in their lives. It allowed me to be in this position that I occupy at this very moment. Still on the line of motivation. These are some of the motivating factors. But now you have a great leg to stand on. You have a great opportunity ahead of you. You have great pride that you can look your head up and say, you know what? I'm proud to come from this type of lineage, or I'm proud to have people around me in my life to champion me on. Sometimes we don't get that support. But when we know our job and our duties of raising a community from one another, whether you have the family, you don't have no family, but if you have a brother, a sister, or somebody that's an heir like, or somebody that you can converse with about these things. Talk to me. What's up, sis? Ah, round of applause for my sister. My sister Kim, I love you more, sis. You know that. I love you more. Yes, yes. I love you more. And I appreciate those things. Those things are like all of these things are motivating factors. And these are the things that I take into my psyche. And I apply these things daily because I understand that there gonna be some days where we need some picking up. And although we have a great cast and support system, right? Who we was conversing with, one of my brothers that mentioned having that. So, my brother Floody Jules, when we did our episode and we was talking about the millions of dollars that he sold in real estate, he said that the beauty of him building um the support system of trusted advisors. That was the word he used. He said, "I build a system of trusted advisors to where people could come to me and I can go to them when I'm looking or seeking for some answers or giving me another perspective. Although I have high agency and I trust in what I do. Maybe I don't have all of the knowledge I need, or I need some more insight in order to make this sound decision, because we know that all of the data counts. So when we have trusted advisors, they may be experts or they may have more rooted knowledge than you may have in a field of expertise of years, blood, sweat, tears that they put into a thing. And when he said he had those trusted advisors, I'm like, mm, that's key. So when we have this environment and this space to where we can trust one another and be like Gary Vee, get around people that love you enough just to simply tell you the truth, the wonders that we can do can be unfathomable, blah, 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 unfathomable, right? There's so many things that we can do great, and I love to primarily focus on respectfully great, meaning that doing things with integrity, having respect for yourself, being great no matter what you do. You can be a great chef, you can be a great friend, you can be a great parent, you could be a great support, you could be a great cheerleader, basketball player, you could be a great athlete, you could be a great student, you could be a great mentor, you could be a great mentee. There's so many things that you can continuously do. Oh, Ellie says, get in the room. Absolutely, sis. We have to help each other grow past our comfort zones, the barriers and the walls put up to keep us suppressed. So true. So true. Duke, what's up, loved one? Bones, what's up, loved one? Uh, on Sosa, what's up, loved one? Let me read that one more time because I think it's very, very important that we understand what's being said. My sister says, we have to help each other, acts of servitude, grow past our comfort zone, meaning that you have to get uncomfortable. Laura Boy said, get uncomfortable. That's where the brain grows. Get out the comfort zone. The barriers and the walls put up to keep us suppressed. He said, the barriers and the walls put up to keep us suppressed, meaning that sometimes we have roadblocks, walls right in front of us. It's funny, right? Me and Lizzie was building earlier today, and we were talking about this is all of all along the lines of being motivated and some of the things that hinder us. So as we were building, we were talking, and we came across the segments of sometimes we start to do things right in our lives, and sometimes we are not motivated to do other things, and we're like, well, where does this come from? So prime example, let's use me as an example, right? Me, a person, I don't like, just let's give a real scenario. What is something I don't like doing, right? What is something that I have a difficult time doing? Maybe, okay, let's say last minute, right? Even though I'm worked on my punctuality and I do things and I do show up when I need to, but say punctuality. Who or what you are willing to let go to go up? Absolutely, Bones. My brother Bones says, who or what are you willing to let go to go up? The direction is up, trajectory is up. We are climbing up. We're not looking down. We are not looking down. We're looking up. Who, what, people, places, things. What are you willing to let go to go up? That's powerful, my brother. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Man, I tell you. So when me and Lizzie was building, we was talking about um oh yeah, putting it back on I. Some of the things that I procrast being punctual, not procrastination, but being punctual, right? So you said, well, where did let's have some deep audit, right? Just do a self-analysis. Let's look ourselves in the mirror and say, well, why are you so late? I used to run off a theory back in the day when I started to analyze, well, why do you show up to places late? I used to run with this model of showing up fashionably late to show that I have some level of importance by arriving late. Where did I learn this psychology from? Who knows? But I've been operating from it. What I started to learn over the years is that if you're on time, you're late in a world of people that are about their business because their time is more valuable than money. So for a very long time in my life, I was wasting a lot of people's time. I was wasting mine and wasting other people's time. And the other people that was really intuitive about their time, knowing that their time is their money. It's like I would never invest in that guy because all he does is waste time. So when he shows up fashionably late, I didn't understand that I was closing the door on opportunity because the people that was about their business and about their time, they 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 figured, why would I invest in this guy? He doesn't even show up on time. Ellie says punctuality means respect. Punctuality, hold up, sis. Punctuality means, you said that one more time. You said that one more time. Punctuality means respect. Time is money, meaning that when you respect somebody, you respect their time. You don't waste their time. You can waste other people's time by doing a lot of different things. You can waste people time by having frivolous conversations that don't have a means to an end, that doesn't solve a problem. You can waste people time by not spending the money or the required money to meet the means that need to be met in order to function or get the thing done that we need to do to, you know, problem solve. Ultimately, punctuality, time is money. We waste people time by not taking the things that we say that we're serious about. Let me run that back one more time. We waste people's time when we don't show up for the things that we say we are serious about. See, a lot of times we want to be people want to rely on, right? We want to be resourceful. But if we're not serious about our business, why would somebody invest in your business or your thoughts or your belief system? If you're not serious about your belief system, what you believe in, right? If you say you're a man, he or she about their word, and your word is your bond, but you don't respect your word, you don't honor that thing, why would anybody else believe in those belief systems? Wasted time, wasted money, wasted energy. We know time is infinitely more valuable than money. We know that time and punctuality means respect. Since I love that so much, I'm putting that somewhere. I'm highlighting that. I'm writing that thing down, but I'm putting that somewhere. Punctuality means respect. That hits home for me because I was a person that wasted some time. No, no, no. I was a person that wasted a lot of time. I wasted other people's time because I wasn't serious about the things I said I wanted to be serious or deemed serious about. I wasted other people's time because of my punctuality. I would show up late, fashionably late, to where, hey, the party's over, my guy. Everybody had left. Everybody went home. The curtain is closed. The doors are ready to be locked. We are sweeping the floors, my boy. You are late. See you on the next round. Maybe we can enjoy the festive things that we are here to present. Or maybe that resource or that opportunity, that window of opportunity may still be there if you show up and be punctual. But I missed out on a lot of different opportunities because I was only running on Johnny's time. And I understand the world that we live in, although we have autonomy, right? You govern self. But in a world, in a society where you want to build community, you want to build with one another, you want to build like, and trust, that means that you're going to have to show up and have obedience over sacrifice, meaning that you have to show up and be able to do the thing no matter whether you're tired, whether you're sleepy, whether you're emotional for the day, whether it's I need a wellness day, whether I need a mental health day. There are gonna be some things that we need accountability. Come on, accountability. Quay sis. Quay said accountability. Everything I'm trying to get out, I couldn't find the right words. Sis. Accountability. That's what we missing. So being accountable for our actions, meaning that we do as we say, and say, you know what, no matter whether I'm tired, listen, that baby crying, that baby got to be fed. We don't say, I'm tired, I don't want to get out the bed, sleepy or not. You roll over, wiping the coal out your eye, going downstairs, heating up that baby bottle. The baby need to be fed in the middle of the night. That means that you're obedient over sacrifice. You're not sacrificing anything. You taking accountability. Say, you know what? I'm going to make sure that my baby is fed no matter what. But this is how we got to be able to treat our priorities. We got to treat our priorities like our babies. We got to treat. We have to treat our words, our belief system, the things we want to be quote unquote serious and taken serious about. We got to put these things in high regard by showing the levels of respect, by showing up with punctuality and having accountability. We have to do these things so people can take us serious. You serious about your weight loss? How do you show that? Are you disciplined not to eat the cookie, eat the salad? Are you disciplined about your money, your money story? Shout out to my sis Erica, right? She says she has the whole money thing broken down. She used to work in corporate. She has her own thriving business, impacting so many people, but she want to know the money stories, and she always emphasized about how those stories that you tell yourself, we got to rewrite those money stories and making sure that those stories that we tell ourselves are the ones that we want to be able to stand on and operate out of. So if you want to be somebody that's respected in that manner, we want to be able to have the levels of discipline when it comes to be able to manage the money. We want to be able to say, you know what, hey, do I possess the enough discipline to be able to change my circumstances by having the levels of discipline? Can I budget? Can I instead of going getting the new J's, can I go put this in some type of investment portfolio? Or can I tuck this under the mattress? Or can I, live off of not overextending my wants over my needs at the moment? Am I, if I do I overindulge in areas where it could cost me some misfortune? And now I go back and repeat them same patterns of brokenness, not just financially, brokenness in mind, spirit, body, and finances. So, what money stories are we telling ourselves? Do we possess those discipline in those areas? If we say that we are, those type of individuals, we all can pick and choose where we want the growth to come from. We all can pick and choose where we want the growth to come from, because I think that we all have different ideologies on what we want to bring into our lives. Some of it may coincide, some of it may be the same, some may differ. Beauty, the underlining is that we all are looking for that thing to give us fulfillment. Some of it may just, you know, be the money story. Some of it may be financial gain. Some of it may be weight loss journey. Some of it may be, let me just change my punctuality. Some of it may be somebody that's just trustworthy. It may be somebody that want to be engulfed in a belief system, and they haven't been on a dean, so they've been skipping out. They haven't been, increasing their prayer as they say they want to do. So when they outside in public, they practicing whatever they are practicing, but in private, they're not doing what they're supposed to do. But if we know we want to show up and be looked at in that regard of those people of who they are, whatever characteristics, whatever whatever we trying to embody, whatever personality, whatever character, whatever purpose we trying to drive, are we embodying that by the behavior we carry out? Do our behavior coincide to with who we want to show up as? And these are the things that I want to just bring to our attention when it comes to being motivated about a particular thing. We all have different levels of motivation. We have motivation that could be self-motivated, meaning that I'm going to get up early in the morning because I decide this is what I want to do in order to get me to and from, or there's a means behind me driving my purpose, behind me getting up early in the morning. Being self-motivated, I'm gonna turn on my alarm clock and I'm gonna get my butt up and go out there and do what I need to do. That's being self-motivated. Now, there's other forms of motivation where we can have external motivations. This is where we can get it from people, places, things, environments. This is the outside things, right? That can impede on us and to have an influence to get us to be motivated. It could be something that you saw on television. It could be a friend or a family member that you see out there doing their thing, and you're motivated because you see the journey that they on. You can see your son, daughter, or something at the field playing whatever sport and smack and hit a home run or dive or make the extra effort to run to first base. And whether they made it to first base or not, you just see the effort that they put into making it there. That could be a motivating factor. You could see something where some person in academia, it could be a loved one, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a spelling bee, it could be something that's on television to where you look at it, where you're looking at like, oh wait, hold up. How are they able to spell all of those words? How are they able to memorize? How are they able to put it in the right context? What is it about them with the academic? Well, they take the intelligent, I say what's the word? Intelligentsia. They take the intelligentsia to another level and they're prioritizing it. My sis says, um, who you were, who you are, and who you are want to be or are becoming are all different people. We continuously evolve. Sis be cooking. Let me read that back one more time. Sis says, who we are, who you are, and who you want to be or are becoming are all different people. We are continuously evolving, evolution. We are continuously evolving, evolution. Powerful, sis. See that, and that's the beauty, man. What made me think about that was when Coach Lucky said sometimes we grow into things and we grow out of things, and that's all due to evolution, right? Sometimes we're not able to see the opportunity because we haven't became the person yet. So we want to walk that stage, right? We want to walk that stage and say, you know what, I'm deserving of getting this accolade or this reward, or I need to share the stage with these type of people or individuals, not idol worshiping, but saying that my work that I put in, it's worthy of a Grammy. The music I was laying down, I was rapping all day, all night, put the work in, dealt with the studios, cut, edit, whatever I need to do. I deserve a Grammy for this, right? The beauty of you becoming the person during the process, constantly shaping, molding, learning, growing in of, growing out of, refining, taking steps back, taking steps forward, moving to the side, waiting your turn, taking the lead when necessary because ain't nobody else moving, so I'm going to move. All of these things count towards who you becoming, that personnel, the evolution. That's what my sister is talking about. That evolution. So you got to be able to carry out that continuous journey. It's a continuum, meaning that life doesn't stop. So although you may stop mentally, because we see things where the growth stops, right? We see where growth stops. We can see it in animals, right? We can see it in human beings. We can see it in vegetation. We can see it in spirituality. We can see it in sports. We can see it in so many facets all across the spectrum. And the thing is, when you understand what these things look like, you can take this back home and do a self audit with oneself and say, well, do I want to stop my progression? Because I know it's all about a mindset first. Do I want to embody the mindset of saying, I no longer want to grow? I no longer want to be the best version of myself. Because if that's the case, we could just hang it up now. If that's the case, we shouldn't do anything. We shouldn't do nothing. But I know majority of us is looking for more than that because I know there's things out in the real world that we haven't fulfilled, and we out there we're striving every day to go out there and tackle those goals. And the beauty of it is that we know we're going to get there. The people that we are becoming during the process is very, very pivotal, very, very important, very, very important. Because a lot of times people get misguided in saying that oh, it's not worth your time. You'll never get there. The naysayers, the people that don't want you to grow, you're never. Why are you wasting your time? Look at where you are. You started so late. How old are you? Why are you even doing this? It's a waste of time. I know there were people that's telling me that. My sister says, don't let your past stop you from becoming. Mm, mm. Do not let your past stop you from becoming. No way. No way, Jose. No way, John A. No way, Jose. No way, John. Come on, family. No way. Because there's a lot of things that it's a lot of barriers, like my sister was saying. There's a lot of walls that put up. There's a lot of psychological warfare that's going on out there in the real world. There are people that's always fighting for your attention, and the reason why they fighting for your attention because they want you to be like the puppet on the string, Geppetto, right? Be the puppet on the string. They want you to move at their own discretion. They want you to adhere to what they got going on because you just feed their system. You feed their system, but don't understand that you have a own reality that you live in, your own simulation that you create, the world that you living in, and you can subscribe to your own world, but it's very hard to do when you tug a war between everybody else's world. It's very hard to do when you're a tug of war between everybody else's world. And this is where our purpose get distorted. This is where our drive get distorted. This is where the lack of motivation comes in because we like, well, why am I doing this? I can't seem to do one task. I can't seem to complete the one task. But you know what? We haven't sat down with oneself to allow ourselves to do it because we constantly scrolling, and then we constantly paying attention what the neighbor doing, and then we constantly paying attention what's going on in the sports world, and then we missing out on what's going on with us. Vaughn, what's up? What's up, Cuzzo? Vaughn the building. What's up, Cuzzo? We miss out what's going on with us. So all these things are passing us. But every time something to pop up on our phone, we boom, bing, we looking up and they got our attention. Bing, something pop up, they got our attention again. They say I forgot how many bings that come up, but I think there was like thousands. I can't remember at the time I was looking at. I think it was like 16,000 like alerts that come through our phone on a daily, something like that. It was thousands though. Don't quote me on the exact. I'm gonna Google it after. How many notifications you get during the course, even though you only see the ones that's in your regular email. But I think there's a bunch of things that go to your spam. But there was thousands that they say that go to the average personnel in a 24-hour life, in 24-hour span, right? So they say that you get so many alerts, etc. Talk to me. What she say? We be online. We're so out of tune to ourselves. Correct. That even when we go to pay in the store, we're so attached to our devices that even standing online for like a minute, we pull out our phone just to see what the outside world is doing. Absolutely. We feel like we're missing out on something. Absolutely. We missing out. We feel like in tune to ourselves. Absolutely. Mel Robbins. Powerful. We so in tune. We so in tune with what's going on with the outside world, right? We feel like we disconnected. If we have 2 moments of silence, we feel like something is wrong. If we have 2 minutes to ourselves, we feel like we still need to be occupied in that moment. Something is off. How crazy is that? Right? Meaning that in stillness, the guy that created the post-its, right? I can't think of his name, but the guy that created the post-its, he did that in a meditative state, stillness, in boredom, doing nothing, but found the time to figure out, you know what? I want to do this task a little bit easier. He made the post-its, the sticky notes. Powerful. Tally, what's up, loved one? Meliana Dawn, the guard said, gotta go, fam. I'm gonna hit you. Oh, you hit my line. Yeah, absolutely, family. Hit my line, God. Love you unconditionally, family. You know that. Talib, what's up, God? Yeah. So there's so many things that we miss out on and don't understand that private time is where we be able to start kicking up our motivation, because now we have the time to actually problem solve. We have the time to actually start to plan. So when we get tug of war and we get pulled in every direction and we're like, well, why can't I complete the task? It's because we haven't sat out enough time to actually go through planning. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I don't know nobody that hasn't planned on what their life want to be like and actually get there without doing anything, just doing everything on a whim, without no preparation at all. They just winging life. If you're doing that, that means that the probability anything can happen, right? And at that time, you don't have anything set up in order to protect. And this is where these systems come into play. What systems do you have in your world that you're living in, your simulation, the world that you want to operate out of greatness? What systems do you have in place in order to protect what you out there trying to build? Because we know that you just can't go out there and put sheetrock up without the studs, right? Meaning that we just can't take pieces of ply, pieces of sheetrock and just stand them up in the middle of the street. without no type of foundation. So we gotta have the foundation for it first. Then we gotta put up the beams. Then we gotta put up the studs, and we gotta do all these things just to hold up the wall. But that's what it's like us going out there without some type of plan or trying to put things together and not seeing, okay, well, what can I do today in order to, help my tomorrow, in order to get me one step closer, be directionally right, to make sure that I'm not off many degrees, because we know that Seth Godin said, um, in order to get from here to California, if you're off 1 degree, if the pilot is off 1 degree continuously, he will be hours off target in the destination. So we going outside in the world today and we just winging things and not having a plan in place. A plan in place. How do we expect to ever reach our destination? It's gonna be very, very difficult. How do we find the motivation to want to go out there if everything that we seem that we're doing is just not working and we don't have nothing in place in order to guide us, to help us? If we don't have the resources, we're not resourceful ourselves. If we not have an application of applying what we know, and depending on the environment that we build and the community that we build around us, if we don't have these outlets, how we expect to go out there and actually be that successful without a plan? All of these things count. We got to find ways in order to put ourselves in uncomfortable positions. Also have a plan in place. What I want to be a year from now. What do I see myself 3 years from now? What do I want to accomplish in 5 years? So now I heard something the other day. I read something from my brother Josh, right? Um, no, it wasn't from Josh. Something I read. Yes, here it is. I read it in the Greatest Salesman Ever by Og Mandino. I read that book, right? So I was going through some notes in it that I highlighted, and he was saying that, huh? Comment, comment on TikTok, Jay. It says, "Do you think it's designed that way though? Keep us distracted so we don't find our purpose." Absolutely, I agree wholeheartedly. I know it's designed like that because if the world wasn't designed to grab our attention, they wouldn't fight. They wouldn't do the advertising that they do, the Super Bowl commercials, the advertisements that you see on the pop-ups, the emails. They wouldn't do none of these tactics to grab your attention. Your data, your information. When you subscribe to anything, right? You give your name, your email, phone number, etc. They have um they have profiles on individuals like us, right? For every individual, they can tell from where you live at, your age, your race, your interest, how much you spend, the money that you spend, how many times you are, when they throw pop-ups, are you impulsive? Are you more reserved? Do you move off discounts when you see the red? When they move off the colors that you're attracted to, the things they do a whole profile analysis on you. And for them, in their minds, for the distraction, they want to know as much about you than you know about yourself. And ultimately, for a lot of us, they know more about us than we know about ourselves, which is scary. They can pretty much predict what we're going to do before we even do it, because we are creatures of habit. So there are things that we do every day as a super redundant and repetition continuously. We are creatures of habit, and there's things that we do every day as a ritual. And they know, okay, Johnny gets on his phone around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. He might post something on YouTube, on my Instagram or something. Then he gonna surf the net podcast, gonna pick up a book, read some reading material. Those patterns are all in my data. So once they grab this information, right? Now they got the profile on us to say, you know what? I could target him if he like bright colors. He got an orange shirt on. Let me keep throwing orange at him. Let me see how he respond with orange. Oh, he likes sports. Let me see what type of sporting events, betting or something, because we know he used to gamble. Let me put whatever sport betting advertisement in front of him. He likes money. Let me show him some get rich quick schemes. Let me see how you respond to um throwing potential money his way. All of these distractions from their perspectives are calculated. The way that they target us is calculated. It is not for no reason. It's pretty much they want to know who you are, where you are, and how can you feed their purpose. They want to know who you are, where you are, how do you spend, how do you look, what are your interests, what colors you like. They want to know these things because you are ultimately feeding their purpose. So when you are so engulfed in someone else's purpose, you lack your own. So when we talk about distractions, that's what it does. When you're distracted and you're not on course with purpose and you're not creating purpose because your purpose is created, we take having our leverage of our skill sets from what we innately born with, right? There's certain things, there's certain attributes about us, characteristics. Some might be tall, short, light skin, dark skin, fast, skinny, wrestler, strong, whatever it may be, whatever innate abilities that you are possessed with. Ultimately, we think that is our purpose, right? Or we may dismiss it as our purpose. Whether you take it as your purpose or not your purpose, it don't make no difference. The main difference is that you got to go out there and create purpose. Your attributes are beautiful things because you can use those things to your leverage. So a smart person will say, hey, I'm gifted at this thing right here. How about I just use it to my advantage means to for me to go out there and create what's in heart, whatever I'm skillful at, whatever leverage I have. Let me go out there and intertwine the two from what I want to go out there and create and what I want to serve. How about if I just use my gifted abilities, whether it's social skills, whether it's being a liaison, a connector, whether it's being somebody of astute or sharpness in whatever field of expertise. Let me just use that to my advantage. Those individuals understand that they can get to where they want to get to a little bit faster because they're using their leverage. But ultimately, your purpose is still created. You can go out there and be in any field that you want to be in. The smart people just use things to their advantage. So if I have a super keen interest in water polo, I'm gonna know that sport in and out. I'm gonna go out there and figure out the rules of the game. I'm gonna figure out where predominantly is being played at, who plays it, the age of the people. I'm gonna go to the place of where water polo is predominantly presented. I may not go and play water polo in an environment where there aren't any pools, right? Or where it's just ice, where it's pretty Antarctica, because nobody's really getting in the water to play water polo because the temperatures are too low. So ideally, it doesn't make sense to go into that environment. So our leverage on what we are gifted with innately, these are the things that we can take with us in order to shape and refine our purpose. But purpose is created. So when it talks about us, the distractions, yeah, they target our attention because it feeds their purpose. My sister says those hidden bureaus are killer. They audit, they order you and target you as consumers. They are watching. Absolutely. They are watching. They are watching. Listen, those credit bureaus, listen, the bureaus, they are watching. They're gonna audit, they're gonna talk, they target us. Ah, shiny object syndrome. Oh, you want to get that nice thing right there? Ha. We give it to you. Your interest is gonna be 45%. Yeah, give them $10,000. Give them 10 bands. But we're gonna charge them 45% interest. Let me tell you a story of mine. True story. I had a car with an upside down loan. I brought a car, had the car for 5 years, had a loan for 5 years. Finally came to the last payment. Came to the last payment. When I came to pay for my last payment, my car ended up being an upside down loan. They were charging me so much more money than my car was worth in interest that when I returned my car had no value. I was actually in the negative. It was like the car had no value because I was in the negative side of it. That's how crazy they get you wrapped up in some of these things. And this is how I was targeted, like my sister was saying. These people understand that when you're in dire position, you do desperate things. When you're in dire positions, you tend to do desperate things. So that's why us not being impulsive is very, very important. Having self-control, not being emotionally driven, being purpose driven, having people that have high agency, being able to think, having prudence intertwined, meaning that we are wisdom. We learn from our mistakes simply. Sometimes we think it's taking on a plethora of knowledge. No, it's applied knowledge, which you already know. How well do you use the knowledge that you already have? Let me say that one more time. It's about applied knowledge. How well do you use the knowledge that you already have? We always ask for more. Give me more. I need more. I need more. I need more. I need more money. I need more resources. I need more. But we can't manage, we can't manage a couple of dollars in our pocket. We can't manage the couple of dollars in our pocket. Every time we get the money on, just burn a hole right through the pant. As soon as you get the money on, to burn a hole right through the pant. Okay, club night. Okay, bottles. I was watching some off the Instagram, right? Scrolling, right? They got my attention. They targeted me. I was caught up in a wave. They caught me. They caught me. This how good these people are. I know what's going on. They still catch me. Call me wrapped up. Long story short, I'm scrolling, and one guy, he must be famous or something, or just some type of socialite or influencer or whatever. But the guy was running down the street. He had a robe on, and he said, EBT hit. They put the money in the card. He said, we go to the club tonight. We buying crab legs and chicken or something like that. I lost it, right? He said, we buying crab legs and chicken. The EBT hit. We go to the club tonight. And it was all comical. It was funny, right? But on a serious note, it made me think about how impulsive we are and how the lack of self-control that we have when we get some of the things and we don't delay gratification. We want instant gratification. We don't delay gratification. So as soon as he got the money on, the first thing he doing is, I'm going to the club. I need crab legs and chicken. That was on the God mind, right? But we all have done it. I've done it. Kanye said, I got a problem of spending before I get it. I'm just the first to admit it. He said, I got a problem of spending before I get it. I'm just the first to admit it. Powerful line. Because I know there's things about me. Sometimes I be just, I'll be going there ready. And then looking around like I ain't got nothing to invest. I'm just constantly paying off debt, not even the good debt, because I don't have the control. So the stories I was, running behind when it came to the money, I learned some poor habits that I need to refine. And now I got to get around trusted advisors like my sister, Eliana, like my brother, Bones. They understand how to get out and get to. They know how to restructure. They know how to use OPM, other people's money. They know these different tactics of what the rich learn how to do. Instead of going in their own pocket, burning a hole with their money, they stack their money. Put your money to the side. Use the other people money, invest, have good investments, right? Of course, be frugal, but take investments, but calculated risk. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out there and just get crazy. Have access to the money on. So now you got the money when you want to go bust a move, because there's opportunity. Sometimes opportunity come knocking, but you're not prepared because you haven't became the person yet. You becoming the person looks like you having the discipline to not overspend when you got the money in your pocket. You're not going to the strip club with the crab legs and the chicken. As soon as you get it, you may hope to slow up on the EBT. Let me put this to the side of something. Yeah, I got to go. Yeah. Slow up, my boy. So sometimes we get super, super impulsive, but it costs us because we haven't became the person to possess that thing. That's how the wealthy get and stay wealthy. Absolutely, sis. That's how the wealthy get and stay wealthy, because they understand we're using other people's money. We tuck ours under the mattress, invest stars, let our money keep making money. So while we get our coin, we put it in different portfolios. S&P 500, do mutual funds, whatever you got to do, what you do, right? But they understand why my money's working for me. I'm gonna use these other people's money. Be frugal, not get too crazy, right? Don't bite off more than I can chew. Make more calculated risk, do my homework, plan. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. We do some of these things to enable us to have the leverage now, because now we just enhance, we 10x our skill set. So if you're already skillful in one area, Now, if you lack in another, you'll be able to take that. You got a comment? Comment on TikTok. It said, that's how the rich get richer. Absolutely, loved one. My brother Jay said, that's how the rich get richer. My sister Eliana says, that's how the wealthy stay wealthy. There's a psychology around here in this environment. We all understand about this money on. Yeah, we all saying the same thing. You know why? Because we all on the same type of frequency. We see what's going on out there. We know that there's a game that's being played, and sometimes we wasn't taught how they were taught, right? Second nature. But now we understand like my brother Lethal Shooter say, he misses a basketball shot, and he said, "Oh, I missed that shot," and he come back. He said, "I understand it now." Oh, I understand it now. And he have all these trick shots that he make. But the beauty of him understanding that sometimes it's the first failure that allow us to come back with perfection. So it's constant causes and effect. If I do this, then this will happen. But if we never take action, if we never do anything, how do we ever get the data or be able to come back to the drawing board to say what works and what doesn't work? We just be playing in our mind. I don't want to shoot that shot. I don't want to shoot that shot. I'm scared to go in the deep end of the water. I'm scared to go swim. I'm scared to go try. I'm fearful because other people may judge me. I'm fearful because, I've been here before 99 times, but you haven't changed your behavior. You haven't looked at other resources. You haven't looked at other people that are prime examples of doing the thing that enabled them to be the person that they are. If you want somebody to be, or you want to be the person that acquire wealth, well, what do wealthy people do? How do wealthy people spend their money, or rather, how they spend other people's money? Or how do they get access to other people's money? Oh, credit. I gotta perfect my credit. Let me get with my air likes. Let me get with to my trusted advisors. Let me get with my home team so they can clean up my credit. That's what I'm doing. I'm going with my home team so they can get my credit right. And then from there, once the credit get right, the next play, oh, where's the bag at? I need the money on. Now I need to go out there and make some investments because there's some things that I would love to get myself involved in. I want to go out there and make some calculated risks. I want to be able to have financial, wealth, generational wealth, financial literacy. These are the things I'm going to be able to put into my repertoire. Oh, I got to go get some re-up. I got to be up on my merchandise. I got to go out there and get some more hoodies, get some more sweatpants, get some more shorts, get some more. I need to put some things in play for next season. So now I'm ahead. Now I got to look at my pocket and say, man, I got to pay my rent. I don't got no money to spend. I'm tight right now. But if I got access to the OPM, I can do those simultaneously. I can work those things. I can work those channels at the same time. It's still being calculated, but I can make the initial step. And these are the things that we miss out on because we don't have access. So we got to first get around people that understand what they look like. My brother Lethal Shooter says, I know what it look like. Now I know what it looked like. I took the fall first. Or sometimes we got to be smart enough to understand what other people are doing and just look from afar. Oh, they went down that dark alley. They got mugged. They got knocked over the head. I don't think it's smart to go down that alley. They got knocked up their head 99 times. Or if I do go down there, make sure that I'm protected. I got, I ain't going down there by myself. I got 4 or 5 people with me. Okay, now we moving like a unit. So we ready to squabble if that came to that. Or you know what? Instead of going through the alley, how about take another block, another route to go around? Let me take a different way. Or you know what? If this happened 99 out of 10 times, how can I, predict a better route in order to get me to where I need to get to? Sometimes we can learn from other people's mistakes. Hey, I don't need to be out there doing this type of thing because there's consequences for that. Or I shouldn't play the game. I shouldn't connive and scheme because we know that thing catch up to you. That plays on your integrity. That plays on how people deem or look at you. Oh, you a scammer? Oh, you trying to? So you know what? If you liable to do that in this situation, you may do that with me when we do business. So maybe you're not the most trustworthy person that we can do business together because you're always looking for conniving and scheming. You ain't looking to do fair business, right? You get what you negotiate. If you both come to the table and you both negotiate and say, "Yo, this works for me, this works for you, this works for you, this works for me." That's the best business deal. That's the best business deal. Everybody walked out there satisfied for what they want or what they put on the table, and they say, "You know what? This is what we negotiated, and we both agreed to it." No matter what happens on the back end, if you say, "Oh, listen, I heard some from Fab the other day," and Fab said, when we talked about getting what you negotiate. He said, man, if you get what you want in that moment, you won. Although there may be some 360 deals that you said, oh man, I wish I never done that. Now, 10 years later, but in that moment, you got what you wanted. And you walked out happily, blissfully, doodling, doo 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 doo. I'm happy. Because in the moment, that's what you was looking for. But as we grow into become different people, then we can look at different business deals and say, you know what, maybe that wasn't the right one for me. Or maybe it was the right one for me at that time. Now I got to come back to the drawing board, renegotiate. And this is what we got to do with ourselves. Sometimes the things that we did at 16 was appropriate at 16. But as we get a little bit older, you know what? Those things I did at 16 don't serve me as a grown man or grown woman that's trying to get their business right. So me going out there and conniving and scheming and doing all the other things, I'm gonna leave that for the 16-year-old. Now I got to step into a different space to where I need to provide in a way that I'm looking for generational wealth. So maybe I can't spend my time in the club if I'm not a promoter, bottle host, but if my business ain't in there, if I'm simply there just blowing a bag and I don't have no purpose behind it, then maybe that might be an area where I'm losing. It may serve other people depending on their business model. It works for the bartender. It works for the club owner. It works for promotional purposes and whatever else that's going on. It works for them. But if I'm in there just blowing my bag and going trying to go to the boom boom room and burn a hole through my pocket, it ain't gonna work for the God. It's not going to work for me. But that's why we have to have, you know, a high agency and be in depth with what we got going on in our own lives and having those self audits, making sure that we on top of our own thing. Because other people are not gonna tell you when you falling short. Definitely if they don't care about you. Some people out there, like we talked about before, some people are secretly working against you. Charlatans, they in disguise. They got the big glasses on, they got the long nose, they got the big old mustache. They looking around like this. I watch and I listen to everything, and I take these things that I listen to as gems. So I was watching episode on Joe and Jada today, right? And Joe and Jada, they had Tiffany Haddish on there, and Tiffany Haddish said they were talking about Fat Joan was talking about having people around. He said every time I go somewhere, there's people that's crowded around me that have no business asking me 1,001 questions. He said, ask me 1,000. Jonathan, what's up, my boy? Jonathan King Saga, that's my man right there. My man Jonathan. Hope everything is going well with you in school. I'm proud of you. Continue to make your mom and your dad proud and be an example to your brother. And I wish you the best. Keep going out there and working hard. Keep working hard, Jonathan. Don't never stop. Ellie says, gain access to OPM, invest in your systems, and make it all right. Return on your investment. Make it all right. Return on your investment. Yes, yes. Tiffany Haddish was saying, in fact, Joan was talking about, they were saying these people just coming around asking all these questions. So this is the link back to the charlatan and the imposter thing. Tiffany Haddish said, anybody that comes around me and they're not directly in my circle start asking me questions or start asking questions, they have to leave. And they said, yeah, why did that? Yeah, because they may be the federales, right? So they saying that there's just people out there that are working in ways that you may be unbeknownst to you, that may be secretly working against you, that are in disguise. They're trying to get in your circle to disrupt it. And you got to really, really be on your dean and be smart enough to be aware to say, you know what? Hey, what I'm building, if this person, if this environment, if these things don't serve what I got going on, no matter how minute, no matter how big, no matter how grandiose, no matter how obscure, no matter how, disguised they are, you have to eliminate it because these are the things that are pulling us in tug of war in each direction. Let me swipe this over from TikTok. Oh, I didn't do it. I'm able to verify. 1 second, loved ones. Oh, also, like, share, subscribe, and respectfully thumb up the video on YouTube. Please do that. Turn on your notifications as well because that allow us to kick up the algorithm and also allow us to let you be alerted when we are going live. There's so much valuable content on our platform for our beautiful, beautiful guests that came and blessed us with our wisdom, with their wisdom, and I'm appreciative of them. And I just want to continuously promote that in that direction to let all of us know that we can grow together. And there's so much valuable information that was blessed on our platform, and I want you to have access to it 24/7. And the way you do that is by having the notifications on, liking, sharing, subscribing. Beautiful thing. Oh, Ellie said I already subscribed. Day uno. Yes, yes, sis. Absolutely. Big Fendi. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My boy Jonathan. That's valuable and inspirational. Absolutely, sis. Absolutely. Our episode, go tell them, tap in with our episode. We talking about that financial, that funding, getting that credit right. Please go tap in with that episode. They talked about so many things that's helping our community. My brother Jonathan, young God. I love Jonathan. Good spirited kid. And this is what it's about. It's about our youth being able to allow them to have access to this information as well. I love you more. I love you more. My brother said he loved me, and I love you more. And your family, I love them as well. You guys been nothing but great neighbors, and I'll continuously want to be able to aid and help any way that I can. I used to go to my boy, I used to check him at his games, and he used to go out there and he used to kick butt, working hard, going hard. And that's what it's about. It's about putting the effort. No matter if you win or lose, if you gave 110% effort, that's what matters, because now you are pushing self. You are pushing self, and we know that the work always come from internal. So the work that you do inside is just a reflection on the outside. And sometimes we can have our good days, our bad days, but we know how we can push ourselves. And that's the beauty of us going out there and tackling our goals, no matter whether it's on a soccer field, whether it's dealing with our credit, whether it's out there dealing with our clothing brands. My brother Jay got a clothing brand about to drop very, very soon. Our brand, respectfully.great.com, go tap in. So many things that we bring to the table. That means that we are in purpose. And that's what that looks like. Everybody has a lane that they occupy to where they are trying to help and aid and show acts of servitude. And that's the beauty of us coming together on these platforms to sharing our thoughts and our beliefs, because there's some things that I know I can learn from my brothers and my sisters in these spaces, because there's things that I never was privy to, or I haven't taken the time to go out there and delve into these spaces because I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't know where to go. I didn't have the access, since the risk and the wanting and the wherewithal and the astuteness and the drive and just being purpose driven individuals. When you drive into those spaces to want to go out there and make an impact, the results are what you see. It's the resources. It's being resourceful. So everybody that's on these platforms today and in real time, whoever come in contact with it in the near future, there's value there. There's value there. And we all can share our experiences. That's the testimony. That's what I love to go off of. Sometimes, if you don't have proof of you being an expert at the thing, you can always show proof of effort. If you're not an expert at the thing as of yet, because we have to put time in, we have to put work, and we have to do trial and error. We got to see what works. We got to input things in our system. We got to remove things from our systems. When we going out there and we don't have all the bells and whistles checked off yet, that's okay. Because if you show up to do the work every day, you're qualified. You're qualified in my book, because it shows that you care about what you do more than the person that just has the innate ability or the talent. We always say hard work outbeats the talent when the talent don't work hard. So we know there are talented people out there that's just unwilling to do the work. That's why when we say, yo, they got that dog in them, we talk about when people say they got that dog in them, it's just an ambition and a fire that people see within one another that we can identify like, oh, they're going to get it no matter what. I remember Varejao used to play on Cleveland with LeBron and them very early on. He was a dog rolling over the floor, doing everything. Wasn't coordinated, right? Get the basketball, ball fumbling out his hand. Made no difference though. He made an impact on that defense. Jumping up for rebounds, sliding across the floor, big dude, elbowing, doing whatever you got to do. Got that dog in him. Same thing, Dennis Rodman. Got that dog in them. Certain people got dog in them. You see it on the sports, in the sports realm, but some people got that dog in them just in life. Their spirit got that, I'm going to win type attitude. And that's the type of things I love to be associated with, because I know around me, there were some things that discouraged me. I was discouraged at times. I was discouraged when I wasn't the kid in the class that could read, right? Johnny, read this paragraph or this blah 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 blah. Talking about this the other day, or maybe today, possibly. I think today. Um, Using this as an example. Um, in life, we all have things. Oh, here we go. My sis says everyone starts as a beginner. It's the motivation, discipline, and self education that creates an expert. Sis, round of applause for that one. Round of applause for that one. I got some more for that one. I got some, this is where we come. You come into the age of enlightenment, you get this. Hello. Hold up. When you come into the age of enlightenment, when you get some wisdom shed upon you, this is what you need to hear. You get those beautiful chimes. That's what it feels like to me when my spirit get fed with wisdom. That's how I feel. When I feel enlightened, this is what happens to me. And this is why I love to keep that momentum behind the motivation and being my sister says something very, very key. Self-education. See, a lot of times we equate smartness to somebody being very, very smart to academia, just being in a school setting. But some of the smartest people that I know haven't even graduated. Now, what I'm saying is that we don't miss out on education because education is very, very, very important, right? But these people that I know in my life, some of the best people and the smartest people I know were self educators, meaning that they learned from their experiences. They learned and they mastered from what they already had. They mastered what they already had and they became experts by having the self education and being motivated and having the discipline and having that dog in them. So what I'm saying is that don't ever let nobody discourage who you are because people will play on you. They will play on your spirit. They will play with you when it comes to religion. They will play with you when it comes to sports. They will play with you when it comes to academia. They will play with you when it comes to your athletic ability. They will play with you when it comes to your working ability. They will play with you when it comes to your skill sets. They will play with you when it comes to your race. They will play with you when it comes to your color. They will play with you when it comes to your creed. They will play with you when it comes to your financial status. They will play with you when it comes to your social status. They will play with you in so many areas. And we got to be able to block that thing out. We got to say, today you mess with the bad guy. Not today. You mess with the wrong one today. You're not going to break my spirit. My brother Jonathan says, my teacher said on the first day of school, if you got something bad to say, don't say it. And that what I say to my little brother. And can you tell your girlfriend that I said hi? That's my boy right there. That's my boy, man. I'm so proud of you, man. Jonathan, I'm so proud of you. You're so smart. And you have a characteristic about you. And I'm gonna give you the flowers because you deserve them. You have a spirit doing amazing. You're doing amazing. You have a spirit about you that is so warm, welcoming, and authoritative. And it reassures who you are as a person. And it shows that you have the confidence no matter what's going on. And that's an attribute and a skill set that it takes years of some people that are sheltered that doesn't have all the bells and whistles like we talk about. You have the proof of reassuring who you are as a person. And I think that's commendable. I think that's something that you should be proud of that you're willing to go out there and try. And that's what I always noticed about you. When I used to watch you out there when you come home from school and you're playing in the yard and you're out there playing on the field. I used to watch you just run with nothing but run on the field of soccer. When you play with so much intensity, you had so much reassurance. You was going out there so confident, and that's the type of mindset that you always have to continue to have. And I want you to possess that. And I don't want you to ever lose sight of that because I know that you're a great person. You're gonna do wonderful things in your life. And I'm proud of you. And I want you to continue to go out there and keep striving for any and everything that you want. You're a role model to your brother. And you're a role model to me as well because your spirit that you had at your age, I didn't have that same spirit. I was kind of a little bit more sheltered in a sense of I didn't have that level of confidence. And I'm proud to see that you have that because now you give me confidence from where I'm at in my life. And I'm proud of you for that continuously. It says, say that again. I'm recording to show my teacher. Oh, absolutely. Jonathan, you are beautiful, young, gifted, spirited young man. And I'm proud of you because the person that you are today, I wasn't the same person at your age. And what that reminds me of is that I can be proud of who I am today because you make me proud and you make me think of the examples I can be for the people that come after me because you incite my spirit to be a better person and make sure that I'm a confident person. So everything that you do is a reminder of some of the things that I always wanted to be. And I look at you now and the role model that you're going to be for the people, friends, your family, your brother. Everybody can be proud of that because you took chances when people may not have. Because I was one of those people that didn't take the necessary chances to apply myself. And when I see it within you, it's a testament to who you are and who you're going to continuously be. So I want you to be proud of that. I want your teacher to be proud of you. I want your friends to be proud of you. And if nobody's proud of you, you should always be proud of yourself and don't let nobody else tell you no different. So I'm proud of you, okay? Give you a round of applause. This is what we're gonna do. That's for Jonathan, my boy. You heard? Yes, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Oh man, it's been a beautiful day overall. I'm happy. If anything else out there that anybody want to say, I think that was a great way to segue into having this beautiful, beautiful session today. Being motivated and carrying out that momentum. Is there anything that anybody wants to say? Anything that we didn't cover that we, need to go over really quick? Thank you. No, thank you more, my brother. Absolutely. Yeah. Uh yeah. Is anything that heavy on somebody's heart? Or, we did our thing today. We came, we showed up, we did our part, we had proof of effort, right? Although we becoming you said my teacher is going to love to hear that. Absolutely. The teacher and everybody's doing a wonderful job of being mentors and guiding you in the right direction. So you should be proud, and everybody else should be proud that's involved in your life. Really, really, really should be proud. Absolutely. Always a great conversation. Keep up being respectfully great. Absolutely, sis. Thank you so much, Ellie. Bones. I love y'all unconditionally. Y'all know that. Um, what time are you going to finish? I'm going to finish about pretty much now. Pretty much now. I think I'm going to finish right now. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that everybody, oh, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also go check out everybody that's on here that doing wonderful things. Go get your credit right. Go check out my brother Jay with his clothing brand. You in town, you see Jonathan in school cheering on the soccer field. Go out there and do everything that you can in order to show that you're in support of great things because it comes back. My what's his name? Jim Rome says, if you help enough people get what they want, you eventually get what you want. And what he mainly talking about is doing acts of servitude, showing up in times and places when Latia, what's up, sis? Latia's on. What's up, sis? Um, Showing acts of servitude, being able to go out there and just being able to champion on other people in these spaces. And I think that's a commendable thing about who you are and what you stand for. So I want you to constantly huh? My sister comment on TikTok respectfully. That was a beautiful keep striving, Jonathan. Absolutely, Jonathan. We got people. My sister commented and she says that was beautiful, Jonathan. Keep going out there and striving and being the best person that you can be. So people are recognizing your hard work, my man. People are recognizing what you are, who you are, and what you contribute in your life. So be proud of yourself. And with that being said, everybody have a great, wonderful night, and continuously go out there and be the best version of yourself. Don't let nobody else tell you different. So we'll be back here next week at 7 p.m. Thursday, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. So go out there, keep killing it. Respectfully.